If you're a small business owner or freelancer and you are struggling to hire the right people or even begin the process, then I understand it might feel like trying to fight an uphill battle in this case. You don't even know where to start, and often you're trying to find the right applicants, but you just feel unsure about how to even qualify people in the first place, and it just overall feels like a massively overwhelming process. Well, don't worry, because I've been there, and over the past 2 years or more, I've actually been able to hire over 30 people for cold calling and for video editing, as well as interview nearly 100 plus people in the process. So I'm going to cover the 3 rules I've created for my team and my system for hiring the dream applicants that we can find for our team to help you also find dream applicants for your team as well. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So to get things started, we have rule number 1, which is to sell the role. And this highlights the importance of targeted job posts, because one of the biggest first lessons I learned in hiring was that the quality of the post reflects the quality of applicant that we'll hire. Now, you're always going to get unqualified people. That's just the nature of hiring and trying to actually get applicants to apply in the first case. But obviously, the friction required and the requirements to actually apply in the first place based on the requirements you have in the job posting and any application form will filter out a lot of people, because obviously if you want people to sign up for some sort of high-level video editing or graphic design position, then you obviously might request that they have 3 to 5 years of experience and they've got multiple pieces of content to provide as a portfolio. That's a great filter for that sort of position. But obviously, in general, whatever position you're trying to hire for, you want to spend ideally around 80% of your time and effort on just the specifics, the nitty-gritty details of who you want to hire, why you want to hire them, what their life looks like now, what they want their life to look like in 6 months to 2 or 3 years time, depending on the exact position you're trying to hire for, so that before you even started writing the job post, you've got loads and loads of notes, whether you've talked with yourself about it, ChatGPT, friends, family, mentors. Write down all the specifics of the post and what you want from that dream applicant, and then start actually transcribing and adapting those notes into the most high quality job application and post that you can. That guarantees that way that you will get the highest quality applicants that you possibly can get for that position you're trying to hire for. And that takes us perfectly into rule number 2. And so rule number 2 is you want to speak their language, which again, from rule number 1, in that your job post reflects the dream applicant, you also want to speak to their desired outcomes. What do they want from this position? What are some of the actual requirements that they might want from a position? Sometimes, some of the requirements might be that it is a rigorous job, it requires more time and all these different things. And sometimes people want more requirements than less requirements. But obviously, in the perks you have available, the bonus schemes, whatever the perks of the job might be, that's going to be big incentives for people to actually want to apply in the first place. Some people might want a fairly rigorous set of tasks, but they want the flexibility to work when they want and whenever they want. So being able to provide that as perks can be a big thing, which also comes down to spending a large majority of your time on the specific details before you even start writing out the post at all. So again, speak their language, speak to their desired outcomes, speak to the pain points they don't want from a job as well. Say what the job isn't, because that's a big thing as well. A lot of people hide the realities of the job and just give them the perks. Speak about what the job isn't as well as what it is and the perks they get, because that will deter people that don't want it, but bring in the best quality of applicants that you actually want for that position. And so finally, we have rule number 3, which is to stand out. And again, this goes hand in hand with rule number 1 and 2. And here, it's basically avoiding generic job posts, avoiding every other application form and job post that exists from every other company, because you don't want to just copy and paste something from ChatGPT or from one of your friends or family's companies, because their company is unique and they have their own unique positions. Even if it is just a appointment setter for cold calling or a warm appointment setter from Facebook ads or Google ads, whatever it might be, that application is going to be very different to your application, because your company is different to their company. You're going to have different perks, bonuses, rewards, risks, responsibilities, duties for your application and post as opposed to their application and post. And that needs to be reflected in the actual job post and application form. So again, yes, you can take some of the key metrics, requirements, and duties, but you need to cater it to your, again, unique selling point of your company for not only your customers and clients, but to these dream applicants, so that you can actually make sure that you don't just get those unqualified people, but you get the qualified people, and actually you get people that won't apply for that position because they find your position more desirable because of the perks or the specific company culture that you highlight or identify within your job posting. And obviously, people do their due diligence as well. People actually, if I can say the word due diligence, people do their research on your company. People don't just look at a job post especially if they're going to actually apply for it and just wonder what the company's like. They're going to do as much research as possible, especially if it's a high-end position, to actually see if they want to work for that company or not. They'll look you up as a boss or as a founder to see what you're like, because trust me, I've got tons and tons of DMs from people just researching me and who the company is before they've even applied for the position. So standing out as much as possible from those other job posts, even if they look the same, they're not the same, because your company is unique as much as your job post should be too. So there we go. Those are the 3 rules that we use for hiring and creating job applications for any new position of any level within our company, so you can do the same and hire the dream applicants that you want for your company in those positions too. But nonetheless, thanks very much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please do leave a like and consider subscribing, as well as hitting that notification bell to see whenever we upload a new video as well, normally once a week. But nonetheless, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.